Here's a thing that should bother you. Atria onboards in under an hour. So why do half the people who buy it decide it wasn't built for them? I'm Owen. I've run growth solo and tested a stack of ad tools. So here's the honest read on this one. This is Atria, and the trap is the fast setup. It feels beginner-friendly because you're in fast, but it assumes you already run campaigns. It assumes you know your hook rate from your ROAS. Here's what people get wrong. This isn't an ad maker you point at a blank page. It's a data scientist sitting on top of the accounts you already run. The library and the AI engine share one data layer, so a competitor's live winner becomes your own generated variant in one loop, not two tools and a rebrief. So I'll show you that loop. I'll show the library underneath it and the analytics it closes on, and I'll be straight about where it falls down. The cheap tier locks the AI brain you watch the demo for. The video output isn't ready to ship, and the trial wants a card and quietly bills you. Let's get into it. Start with the feature the whole tool is built around. You find a competitor's live ad in the library. It's a real ad, running right now, not a mock-up. You can see the platforms it's on and how long it's been live. You clone it straight into the engine. That opens a creative brief Raya pulled off the winning ad. Your brand, your product, the audience, the aspect ratio. Then it generates 4 on-brand variants. Research and make are one workflow on one data layer. You never retype the brief into a separate tool. That's the whole reveal. So why does that one design choice matter? Because most tools split it in two. You spy on what's winning in one app, then you rebrief a generator in another. You copy the hook over, retype the angle, hope nothing got lost. Atria runs both off the same data. You search 25 million saved ads for a winner. Raya tears down why the hook worked. It writes variants in your brand voice. Then, it closes the loop back to your own numbers. The winner you found a minute ago feeds the brief. You copy nothing. That single shared layer is what you're paying for, not a spy tool with a generator bolted on the side. It's the difference between 2 subscriptions and 1 workflow. The second strength is the library and how deep it goes per brand. It's a live grid of Meta and TikTok ads, 25 million of them. You filter by format, platform, industry, theme, but follow one competitor and it gets interesting. You open their hooks, the actual copy that's running, broken down by who it targets. Headlines, ad angles, landing pages, all torn down the same way. So you're not just saving images, you're mining the messages that work in your category right now. Third one makes this a strategist, not just a swipe file. Connect an ad account and your own numbers show up. Spend, ROAS, cost per acquisition, all in one place. A creative diversity score sits on top, telling you how repetitive your creative has gotten. And Raya answers the real question, what your competitors are doing that you aren't. It runs a gap analysis, then offers to draft the copy right there. Discover, generate, measure, then research again. The whole loop is one tool. That's where Atria is worth paying for. 3 real wins, 1 workflow. Now where it breaks down, onto where this toolboxes you in. 3 things. The first catches almost everyone who buys the cheap tier to test the AI. The cheap tier is the library without the brain. Click into the per-brand audience analysis on Core, and you hit a wall. You must be on Plus or higher, it says. The content behind it just blurs out. Same on the Themes tab, the weekly hooks, the tagging. Every analytical page wears the same lock. The exact AI layer the demo sold you is gated above Core. So a solo buyer who picked Core to test the AI loses a week before they even see it. The way around it is simple. Price against Plus from day one. Core is only for the library as a static reference, nothing more. Sit with that split for a second. It's the thing that surprises people. Core gives you a searchable library. That part is genuinely useful. What stays locked is the analysis. The per-brand audience profiles, the themes, and the value prop breakdown. Raya's weekly hooks on the brands you follow. Those are the things the demo spends the most time on. So the test is simple. Does your workflow have any tell me what's working step? If it does, Plus is the floor, not the cheap on-ramp. If it doesn't, and you just want the swipe file, Core is genuinely fine. Either way, know which one you are before the trial, not a week into it after you've already paid. The third one only bites a certain buyer, but it bites hard. The library leans direct to consumer. Scroll it, and you're swimming in skincare, supplements, consumer apps. That's where the data is deep. So if you're business to business and you follow 30 competitors, you pull 50 to 200 ads on the top names, 5 to 15 on the mid-market ones. The AI insights thin out with the data, so the weekly briefs start reading generic. The easy way around it is to treat Atria as the Meta and TikTok piece. Cross-reference LinkedIn's ad library and Google's transparency center for the B2B side. Atria covers maybe a third to half of that surface, not the whole thing. The second weakness is the AI video. It isn't production ready yet. The static and carousel output is strong. The research and the briefs are strong, but the generated video variants lag a human-edited control, something like 30 to 50% on click-through by what people report. So if you ship 10 AI video variants on a test, That's a wasted creative cycle. Real spend on weak creative plus a testing slot you don't get back. The honest fix is to run Atria for static, carousel, and research, where it's genuinely strong. Hand the video slot to ARC ads or a human editor until the output catches up. Treat the video as a preview of where it's going, not something to ship today. Let me walk through cloning one competitor's ad into 4 of my own. Start to finish, the way you'd actually do it. We open the saved ad, a live meta ad from a brand we're tracking. You can see it's running right now. The platforms, the format, how long it's been live. Then I clone it. First time through, Raya asks me to introduce my brand, pull it from my site, or fill it in once. That seeds the profile everything else builds on, so it's worth doing properly. And here's where the real work happens. The creative brief fills in off the competitor's ad. My brand, the product, the audience scenario, my visual identity, the color and font, all carried through automatically. I pick the aspect ratio and the image model, and that's it. I didn't retype a brief. The winning ad and my brand profile wrote most of it for me. And this is the payoff, the thing you actually came for. You watch 4 jobs run in the image workspace, a couple of minutes for the AI to work, then a grid of finished, on-brand variants, each one ready to clone again or to tweak and rerun. First time through, onboarding took me under an hour. The generation itself runs in a few minutes. One thing decides your output quality, how completely you filled that brand profile. Thin profile, generic ads. Rich profile, ads that actually look like yours. If you've already decided to give Atria a week, the link's in the description. softwarebreakdown.com/Atria. It takes you to the 7-day trial. You'll need a card to start it, and it auto-bills the core plan at $159 a month on day 8. So set a reminder. Go clone one competitor ad end-to-end before you decide. That's the only honest way to know if the loop fits how you work. Quick read on the plans. This is where people overthink it. Core at $129 a month annual, only if you'll use the library as a static reference. It locks the AI brain, remember. Plus, at $479 annual, that's the answer the moment your workflow has any what's working step. That's where the Raya insights live. Business at $959, only once you're past 8 client brand profiles or you need unlimited ad accounts. Most teams never get there. One hidden cost in passing. The trial auto-converts to $159 a month if you land on Core. And people report the cancel button doesn't always fire. So cancel 7 to 10 days early and screenshot it. So who else is in the room? AdCreative.ai is the breadth play. It generates from a brief you write, across Google, Meta, LinkedIn, and Display, with a score on each creative. Atria generates from a brief, Raya pulls off a competitor's winner, and it stays Meta and TikTok. Different lanes. Breadth and scoring on one side, depth plus built-in research on the other. The rest sit in their own lanes too. Foreplay is the pure spy and tag flow, for a team that hands creative to a human producer. ARC ads is the AI video slot the serious teams run alongside Atria, not instead of it. And Predis.ai is the cheap organic first floor, for the owner whose main job is organic, not paid. None of these is a downgrade. They're built for different buyers than you. Full lineups on screen. So here's the actual call. And the tell is fit and readiness, not the price tag. Almost everyone running serious Meta and TikTok performance lands on an Atria tier. The only real question is which one. And the line is whether your workflow has any what's working step. While the library is just a static reference, you're on Core, and you'll be fine there. But the moment you want Raya surfacing hooks every week and the audience analysis on the brands you follow, you're on Plus. That's where the AI brain you came for actually lives. That's the whole consensus. And it's most of you. 2 cases break away from that. If your main surface is Google, YouTube, or LinkedIn, that's a different category. Atria is Meta and TikTok only. It covers maybe 1/3 to half of where you live. AdCreative.ai's breadth lane fits you better. And if you're organic first with light paid, that's a different category too. Predis.ai is the cheaper floor built for the owner whose main job is organic. Everyone else, the full breakdown's on screen. 6 common buyers, the tier each one starts on, the trigger that moves them up. Same link, softwarebreakdown.com/Atria. Start the trial. Run one full research to variant loop. Decide on Core versus Plus by whether you use a what's working step. That's the line, not the price. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.